Rent-A-Girlfriend is back! Yeah, baby! Come on, guys! Guys? So yeah, Rent-A-Girlfriend is back with its second season this summer of 2022, and it started off interesting. So basically, episode opens up and the first thing you see is... Well, that's one way to start the episode. But yeah, the episode pretty much starts off with all the girls giving the recaps of the events of the first season from their own kind of perspectives. That's a pretty interesting thing to see. I mean, the highlight was hearing Chizuru talk finally. And yeah, after that we pretty much start in medias res. Like this season picks up right after the first season left off, and it left off with Chizuru possibly quitting her Rent-A-Girlfriend role. And then Kazuya, of course, in his cringe monologues and honestly quite selfish thoughts, is crying to himself or to his poor fish. Glad to see some things never change. And after that, like, he basically spends 5 minutes thinking about how he'll lose Mizuhara as a rental girlfriend and basically how he'll solve all of his and her problems, but now the show must go on, I guess. Then he decides to go and see Mizuhara's theater play, and he ends up loving it and enjoying it. The whole crowd is mesmerized by Mizuhara's beautiful acting. And yeah, that's honestly pretty much everything that happens in episode 1. Like, this is kind of a Rent-A-Girlfriend thing. Like, the Rent-A-Girlfriend is a really frustrating show because it's so stretched out and the pacing is so slow, but at the end of the day there are still some heartfelt moments, like moment at the end of this episode. But before that, we had a really funny moment with Kazuya pretty much exclaiming that he'll support Chizuru until he dies or until she becomes an actress. Which, I don't know, it's supposed to show kind of Kazuya being like, yeah, I support your role, but I just couldn't get him simping over Chizuru out of my head. Chizuru, I'll keep simping for you. I'll keep giving you all of my subs. I'll take out a mortgage on my house. I'll simp for you on all of your platforms. I'll tier 3 sub on you on Twitch. I'll give you donations on YouTube. I'll even subscribe to
WTF, there's no way this simp is going to sell his house just so he can keep subbing me on Twitch, and he actually did it.
That's so fog! This dude is still cringe as fuck. Kind of relatable, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, after that whole ordeal, we do get to see a pretty heartfelt moment from Chizuru's side. So basically, there was this big shot director who was watching her play, and it was said that whoever stands out the most during the play, like the actress, will get basically a role in his next thing. I'm guessing it was also a play. And due to nepotism, Chizuru didn't get the role, although she was by far the best one, the best actress in that play, and the actor that gave her all. She still didn't get it, and she came home and she just remembered the hard work she put in throughout the whole past year. And although her motto for this play was not to give any regrets, to give it her all in this play, but because of nepotism, she still failed. She gave her all and she still didn't succeed. And that is one of the most relatable things in life, because yeah, a lot of the times because of nepotism you will not get the jobs or positions, and basically because of injustice you won't get things that you deserve. And then she just starts crying. But then the tier 3 simp Kazuya starts booking her for the next I don't know how many weeks, and she gets reminded that yeah, like there's still people supporting her and that she can't just give up. So yeah, that was a pretty great moment, and that's, again, I repeat this, my whole problem with Rent-A-Girlfriend series, because you'll have these such heartfelt and beautiful moments sprinkled in between, but what happens in between is basically nothing. The plot is like stretched thin. Like this last arc, Girlfriend in Paradise, in the manga went on for like 50 parts, and it could have been cut down to like 25, and it would be an amazingly high-paced arc in the manga. But there's actually good news, because depending on how much they decide to adapt from the manga, we might see basically like two of the best arcs of Rent-A-Girlfriend get adapted this season. Depends also if we get 1 core or 2 cores, but we'll have to see because the episode count still hasn't been announced, I think. But it's probably going to be 13 episodes just like the first season. I don't want to spoil what happens in the arc because it's like pretty huge. We'll get finally some character development for Kazuya. We can show his character growth. We'll have some amazing moments with Chizuru, and just like the whole plot in general is going to basically get turned upside down. I honestly can't wait to see it because it's truly like heartfelt and emotional, and the whole arc honestly is pretty fun from start or to both the arcs, because they are kind of interconnected but they're still kind of separate. But from start to finish, when reading the manga, I enjoyed it and it was just beautiful. Again, it did drag a bit, but yeah, who knows. But yeah, Red Orphan is back. Woo! Everybody's excited. Nobody really is. But if you want some more trashy shows, how about checking out this video about a couple of cuckoos that I made last season, show which is still going on this season, and although it is trashy, it might actually be better than Rent a Girlfriend in some aspects.